let's talk about wedding attire. Today we're going to talk about a few different aspects of wedding attire. We're going to talk about it from the point of view of the couple, talk about it from the point of view of the guests, and then also from the point of view of the family of the couple. So the first thing I'm going to touch on is the guests. Kendall Jenner recently wore an outfit to the evening part of a wedding, and it created a little bit of an uproar. Now, I'm pretty certain, based on the fact that she was a bridesmaid, that she would have run her outfit past the couple and said, do you mind if I wear this to the evening part of your wedding? There's also a possibility that the bride was like, you should wear this to the evening part of my wedding. But that's another conversation. It made me start to think about, like, what are the things that are appropriate to wear to a wedding and what are the things that are just absolute no's. So if we start with the female guests that are coming to a wedding, I think it's really important to remember certain rules. The first rule is don't wear white. Unless it is specifically said in the invitation that guests should be in white, you just don't wear white. You particularly do not wear white if it's a long white dress. Get the idea? See where that's going? That also applies to mother-in-laws. I don't know why, but it seems in a particular country that shall not be named, that might start with United and end with America. There is a thing, and mother-in-laws that like to be spiteful wear white to the wedding. And it's usually mother-in-laws that like don't really want to let go of their little boys. But anyway, it's quite funny. The internet is like full of examples of that. I digress. So don't wear white. That's the first thing. The next thing to do is find out what the color theme is. I think it's very important not to wear the same color as the bridesmaids. You don't want to look like you accidentally were supposed to be part of the wedding party, but then didn't quite get the memo on what dress to wear, but you're wearing the same color. That's always quite awkward. So particularly if, let's say, the couple are having a forest green theme or a blush theme or a pink theme, then you want to make sure that your outfit does not firstly massively clash with that if you're part of the key photos, but also that it's not matching and it's not the same color. I think clashing only really is relevant, for example, like if you're the sister-in-law or if you're like a close school friend that is going to end up in quite a few photos but wasn't there as a bridesmaid. Basically, that's where you kind of want to think about it. Like if they're having pink as a color theme, like don't be turning up in orange, because you will look silly if you have to stand next to some of the other bridesmaids. You know, it could just look a bit odd. So that's kind of how I feel about colors. I think other than that, pretty much anything goes. With regards to the male guests, this one actually is also really important because a lot of the time men don't really have much choice. They're either in sort of blue, gray, or black suits, at which point you can pretty much guarantee the groomsmen of the wedding are going to be in one of those colors. Like obviously gray has lots of different shades, but it's really worth finding out. Particularly at the moment, it's very fashionable to wear, you know, the blue suit with the brown shoes, but that's also a very on-trend thing to wear just as a normal suit. So the way that I sort of try to get around this with my husband, if we're guests at weddings, is I try to make sure that his shirt is colored. So for example, if he is wearing a blue suit and, you know, with brown shoes or something like that, then I might get him to wear like a pink shirt. Or, you know, if he's going to wear a tie, then make sure that the tie is a completely different color to what the color theme is for the wedding. Or he just doesn't wear a tie and goes open collar if it's appropriate. So those are the sort of formal dress code. Obviously, if a wedding has gone full formal and, you know, it's a black tie event, well, then that's different. Everybody's turning up in black tie. And you can have fun with that by playing with different bow ties. And, you know, the women can have floor-length dresses, at which point it does also open you up to being able to wear black to the wedding. But that is also something I would triple check with the couple and be like, how do you feel about me wearing black to the wedding? It probably is a good idea just to run your outfit past the couple, or particularly the bride if you think that she'll have an opinion, and just be like, oh, this is what I'm thinking of wearing to your wedding. What do you think? How do you think it would look? Some people couldn't care less. They're literally like, knock yourself out, wear whatever you want. Other people would be particular and are thinking in terms of like how the overall pictures look, etc. This is one of those, there isn't a wrong or a right way to do it. I think it's just polite to sort of check in with your person and be like, how do you feel about my outfit? Obviously, you are also going to have the couples that go completely, I say rogue, but that's not the right word at all, actually. They go with their personality. You know, some couples may sort of stress that actually they don't want anyone in formal attire and they want everyone to come comfortable. There are some hilarious weddings online where the couple wore a tracksuit and so did all the guests. Like, everybody's in tracksuits. I would say that also leans slightly towards the themed wedding side of things. Like, there are couples that will get married and they'll have like a sort of Robin Hood style or an Elfin style wedding, and it's like everybody has to come dressed up. But obviously you will be given a lot of warning in that case, and you'll be able to, like, you know, see from the invitation if that is the case. When it comes to the actual couple, well, I mean, obviously you can wear whatever you want. Traditionally, the bride would be in a dress, the groom would be in a suit. You know, when you have same-sex marriage of two women, sometimes they both wear dresses, sometimes one would opt for a trouser suit, sometimes they'll both be in trouser suits. You know, obviously two men, then they generally tend to go for tailored suits. However, I've also seen some incredible pictures recently, you know, of one groom in a suit and the other groom wearing, you know, some kind of suit that also has like an incredible veil skirt attached to it, you know, or a dress, like whatever goes. You have to go with what you feel comfortable for your wedding day, and there really isn't any rules. I guess that kind of covers it. I guess, again, it comes back to exactly what I always say, which is it's your wedding. You can do whatever you want, but like inspiration-wise, it's worth having a look. Like, I did try on quite a few different color dresses before I settled on a white one. I just felt for me that white was you know, the dress that I ended up feeling the most comfortable in. But actually, when I first started dress hunting, I was not going to wear white, and I didn't want to wear white. And I tried on lots of blush dresses. I tried on a red dress. I tried on various different things. And then I tried on the white dress. And of course, that was the dress I fell in love with. But I think it's very much down to your personalities and what you feel comfortable doing. Do you say that at the end?